Hey, quantitative reasoning. Today we are going to go over formulas and mathematical modeling. So you can pause the video to write down your definition. A formula is an equation that uses variables to represent a relationship between two or more quantities. Mathematic modeling are formulas that will describe a real-world situation. So on the first two, we're just going to review how do you substitute in a number for a variable. So I have this expression, 5x plus 7. I would like to evaluate it. That means take 4 and substitute it in for x right there. So now I have 5 times 4 plus 7. You can either write it out or you can enter that exactly into your calculator. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 7 equals 27. This is a quadratic and I have two x's, so I'm going to have to substitute the 4 in two spots in this one. So I have 4 squared plus 5 times 4 minus 6. This one was a little more than just mental math for me. I entered it in my calculator and I got 30. So here we have a mathematical model for caloric needs per day. So the W stands for women, and so somebody came up with this formula that this is how many calories a woman needs per day. So in this graph, we have, if you're between the ages of 4 and 8, you are in group 1. If you're between 19 and 13 years old, you're in group 2. 14 to 18, you're in group 3. 19 to 30, you're in group 4. All right, so it says how many calories are needed per day for women between the ages of 19 and 30. All right, so we have the 19 to 30 range. We see that the women are the darker one. So we're going to be focusing on this part of the bar graph. So the graph says that women need about 2,100 calories per day. So we're going to see if this formula is accurate to this approximation here. All right, so on your x-axis, we have the age range. And so that means x represents the age range. And this age, 19 to 30, is in group 4. And so therefore, we are going to use x equals 4 when we substitute it into our formula. All right, so in place of these two x's, I'm going to plug in a 4 right now. Negative 66 times 4 squared plus 526 times 4 plus 1030. I ran this directly into my calculator and I got 2,078. And this is caloric needs, and so it's calories a woman needs per day. The follow-up question to this is, does this overestimate or underestimate the number shown on the graph by how much? All right, so the formula says that you need 2,078. The graph shows that women need 2,100 calories per day. And so in this case, the model or the formula is smaller than the graph. So the model underestimates by how much? I don't know. You're going to take 2,100 minus 2,078, and you should have gotten 22. So So your model underestimates by 22 calories. We're going to use the same graph, and this time we're going to use the model for men. So the men have this different equation. How many calories are needed per day by men between the ages of 19 and 30? So if you look up above, 19 to 30 is still group 4, and so therefore X is going to equal 4 when we substitute it into the formula here. So negative 120 times 4 squared plus 998 times 4 plus 590. My calculator gave me an answer of 2662. So the formula says that men need 2,662 calories. Does this overestimate or underestimate by the graph? So the men are the lighter shade right there. So in group 4, right there, the men need 2,700 calories. So the graph says 2,700. The formula says 2,662. And so here, the formula is less than the graph, and so the model also underestimates for men. So the model, or the formula, underestimates by how much? So once again, we're going to subtract 2,700 minus 2,662, and it is by 38 calories. So that's all I have for this section, and there's homework on the back of the notes. Thanks.